The late Dick Whitman will long be remembered as one of the Kanawha Valley's greatest, both as a player for St. Albans and later as a head football coach, including being the first for Riverside High. Tonight, his alma mater and former program collide. The two teams are looking for another positive in this 2024 season. It's Riverside and St. Albans in the Dick Whitman Memorial Classic, and we have it for you next from historic Crawford Field in St. Albans on our latest edition of the Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports. We welcome you to St. Albans' Crawford Field, located right next to the Dick Henderson Memorial Bridge along the banks of the Kanawha River. And it is the venue tonight for our 10th and final installment of the Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports, as the homestanding St. Albans Red Dragons meet up with the visiting Warriors of Riverside. St. Albans is home for this Dick Whitman Memorial Classic, coming in at 2-6. Riverside visits from Eastern Kanawha County with a 1-7 mark. And greetings from St. Albans, along with former two-time All-Stater and championship coach Jim Mahan, Hannah Klein on the field, and our great FNR crew. I'm Mark Martin, delighted to have you with us here. And Jim, two first-year head coaches trying to get two programs that have history going once again.
Yeah, you got Derek Stotts, you got Heath Huffman. These two guys are trying to create a culture of winning where they haven't won in the past, so this would be a good stepping stone to that.
All right, let's talk about some of the players that we will see here tonight. Now, unfortunately for Riverside, relying mostly this season offensively on an outstanding freshman in Malachi Hope, and hopefully they'll have him tonight. He's been injured. He's churned out 808 yards in 188 carries this season, scored 8 touchdowns, 300-yard games. Sadly, though, he may not be able to go, and if so, they will turn to sophomore Isaiah Claiborne for the running game here tonight. Meanwhile, for St. Albans seniors, Sean McCord, a running back, a linebacker, can also do it as a wide receiver as well. Certainly an outstanding player. 268 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and also has 12 passes, 92 yards on the touchdown, 360 all-purpose yards, 46 tackles. So some outstanding personnel for this St. Albans team. And we'll see what happens here tonight with these two clubs. But always a good one when St. Albans and Riverside get together. And again, tonight's game being played in the memory of the great Dick Whitman, who starred here at St. Albans, later played for the Mountaineers, and then became a coaching legend in Kanawha County, first at DuPont and later Riverside. We will talk much throughout the evening about Dick Whitman. We are getting close to the start of this matchup between the St. Albans Red Dragons and the Riverside Warriors from inside here at historic Crawford Field. Our title sponsor for this Friday Night Rivals telecast is Parmar. If there's not a Parmar store near you now, there will be soon. And tonight, it's the 22nd meeting all-time between St. Albans and Riverside. The Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports, is heading your way in just a moment. Perfect evening for football here at Crawford Field. Lead official Dan Greer, who we had in that great game earlier in the season between Hurricane and Huntington. He's got the captains together. Let's listen in.
Logan shooter, number 57, J.R. Cochran, and number 22, Jacob Shanklin.
Gentlemen, good evening to you. It's a great night for football, great weather for a football game. I'm happy to be here. My name's Dan Greer. I'll be your referee behind the offense. This is Dave Merchant. He'll be your umpire behind the defense. As our captains, we want you to help us out, show good leadership, lead with good sportsmanship, help us out so we have a nice, clean football game. Everybody got that? Yes, Riverside, you're the visiting team. I'm going to ask your call in a minute. We have a National Guard coin. National Guard is heads. American Eagle is tails. So National Guard is heads. American Eagle is tails. I'll ask your call. I'll repeat it. I'll flip it, let it hit the ground, and we'll see what we got. But what is your call?
Tails.
Tails. That would be the American Eagle. Tails is American Eagle. That is the American Eagle. You've won the toss. You can kick, receive, or defer. Riverside has won the toss, and they've deferred their choice. You want to receive, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you want to kick away from the scoreboard?
Yes, sir.
St. Albans, put your back on this line for me. St. Albans is going to receive to start the game. Gentlemen, shake hands. Have a great game.
All right, outstanding job by Dan Greer, one of the best in the business out of South Charleston, 25 years. Heard him introduce his umpire, Dave Merchant. Sean Krajewski is the head linesman, the line judge. Bill Gillespie, the field judge, is John Huff, and Steve Young is the back judge. So a great crew to do this game here tonight. Riverside leading the series 17-4. They've won 6 in a row. They scored 71 in a 2000 showdown. St. Albans in 2010, 37-24 winners, most points for a Red Dragon team. And it was a 53-0 win last year for Riverside. Last St. Albans victory, 21-17 in 2017. That gentleman there, Derek Stott's, hoping to change things here tonight. So it will be Riverside kicking it off. Kickoffs for tonight's game are sponsored by OVP Health, formerly Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999.
Yeah, Mark, you were talking about Derek Stotts, what he wants. He says everything that he wants to do with his program, from the way they run drills to their kickoffs to their off-season training, is all part of being intensified. That's what he's looking for.
Heath Huffman getting back Eli Kraft as his kicker. He had been in concussion protocol. And the Red Dragons, well, they got some dangerous return guys. James Lowe is back there for the Red Dragons. Kraft putting his foot into it and going to be scooped up there by one of the upbacks. And I believe we'll get the number here again. St. Albans changing numbers around here tonight so that they could utilize these throwbacks, and like Carter was the return man there for the Red Dragons. So St. Albans with the football. We'll see what they have in store here. First timeout, our starting lineup, sponsored by the West Virginia State Police. Formed in 1919, the West Virginia State Police is the nation's 4th oldest police organization. The West Virginia State Police want to remind you, drive sober or get pulled over. Reese Lilly, junior quarterback, has done a nice job in Derek Stotts' first season, and looking to throw and firing it in the direction of Malcolm Maxwell. So Maxwell had been number 1, and these new jerseys, he just added a 1. He's number 11.
Yeah, easy to just make an adjustment on that roster there, but just a little bit of a throw outside. He was trying to do outside shoulder, but his receiver, Malcolm Maxwell, was not really zoned in on that at that point. Quick pass, I would certainly expect to see what kind of line they're up against. They might be running this one, Mark.
Lilly will hand it off, and getting the call there is Stotts. Deshaun Stotts, the head coach's son, gets the call coming into the game, 286 yards on the ground.
Yeah, Caleb Shanklin met him right there at the line. He's one of the 2 inside backers with his twin brother, but he did a great job of filling that hole.
Yeah, Caleb Shanklin is an outstanding senior on this Riverside team. Jacob Shanklin, his brother. It was a loss of 1, 3rd down and 11 here for the Red Dragons.
See if they bring pressure. No, they're staying back.
Lilly wants to gun again, looking for Maxwell, and going to be a little bit out of his reach. And good coverage there by the Riverside defense, and that was Logan Tudor Jr. on the coverage there. You get a look at that Riverside defense, and they have forced St. Albans into a punting situation here. Gavin Duncan, 6'2", 230-pound junior, nonstop lineman.
Hey, Mark, what a positive they want to take out, even though it was a 3 and out. Reese Lilly threw a pretty nice tight spiral, just a little bit overthrown.
Well, that is going to hit the ground, and the Riverside's football. And I believe Deuce McLean punted that football for St. Albans. And the Red Dragons switching out uniforms before this game, and a good-looking uniform with that interlocking SA on the helmet. Riverside in the traditional purple. Not too much black in the uniform tonight. They go with the gray pants. So it will be Riverside now for the first time offensively. And a handoff. And good job there by the St. Albans defense after a short gain. Red Dragons making the stop was Chris Peters, and getting the call for Riverside, that was Isaiah Claiborne.
I believe the guy that's injured, Mark, is John Long, a senior defensive end. May have hurt his right arm there a little bit. He's one of the captains that came out representing the Red Dragons.
Second down and 10 here. Football is at the 44. Now, Jim's voice seems a little hoarse. He was at Yankee Stadium on Monday night to see the Yankees and the Dodgers. And congratulations to your Dodgers.
Absolutely.
World Series champs.
I appreciate that.
Robert Stegall, our statistician, booing that situation. And here's Xavier Whitestone handing it off there, and not much doing there for the sophomore Claiborne. A look at that St. Albans defense. Long's a good defensive end, and Coach Derek Stotts really likes Muhammad there, Green, and Ellis. Good linebacking core. And
yeah, we just talked about John Long. He's back in the lineup, Mark. He just took him out for one play, so they're really going to need him on that contain edge.
Third down and 10, and we have whistles. Riverside, there's Dan Greer ready to give us the call. Well, we get third down and 5 here. Riverside coming into existence in the fall of 1999, East Bank and DuPont. And they played for the state championship under the late, great Dick Whitman. Taking on the Parkersburg Big Reds. Whitestone wants to throw, guns it, and the ball tapped in the air, and it will fall incomplete. Sean McCord there on the coverage for the Red Dragons.
Yeah, nice job there, getting his rotating his head and getting to locate the ball. A lot of defensive backs, even backers now, they're kind of more consumed with finding out where the receiver's going rather than where the ball's going. Good job by him to have his head on a swivel.
Kraft is the punter, and ball is resting close to midfield. So Kraft is ready to kick it away. Scooped up by the Red Dragon punt returner, which is Deuce McLean, and McLean still going. Nice hard running McLean gets it to the 34-yard line. Down to the third member of our team, Hannah Klein. Good evening, Hannah.
Well, just weeks ago, a fire broke out at the ticket booth here at Crawford Field following a game against Lincoln County. The fire causing damage to St. Albans boys and girls soccer program's equipment that was stored right here in this building. The program lost everything from cones, jerseys, and all their soccer balls. Immediately, the St. Albans Red and Black Athletic Club stepped in to help, creating a GoFundMe page to try and raise money for the new equipment. Quickly, the GoFundMe raised around $10,000. Now, both coaches here at Crawford Field are thanking the community for all their efforts and support.
Yeah, no question about it, Hannah. Just Tire Valley rallying around when things get tough and you're down, people step up.
Yeah, they always do. And it wasn't just the community of St. Albans. I talked to our neighbor who has a son-in-law that's intricately involved in the soccer program, and he said there were other communities and other schools in the valley that came in and contributed as well.
Offsides against Riverside, so it'll make it a 1st and 5 here. It's a 30-yard punt by Kraft and a 14-yard return by McLean. Ball is loose, and Lilly goes back. He scoops it up, and he takes a hit. Well, that's dangerous when you try to scoop that loose ball up. Lilly did so.
Mark, it's at catch-22. Do you think you can get something out of a tragedy there, of a miscue, or is it best to just land on it? Part of that's instinct, part of it's feel. We're early in the game, so, right now both these teams probably looking for just who's going to get the best field position.
Well, the football was at the 39. Now it's back to the 20. 2nd down and 24. Lilly will get the snap and stoppage again. Well, Riverside will be hit with the offsides penalty.
Looks like a little bit of an emphasis on being lined up in the neutral zone. We saw that earlier with St. Albans. Lined up in the neutral zone, so that's something that both of these defensive coach and offensive coach line, they need to make adjustments on that.
Football now at the 25-yard line. 2nd down. And the handoff. And boy, stacked up there by that Riverside defense, the white-clad jerseys. And the ball carrier was Sean McCord.
Mark, tough sledding in there when you get all those bodies in that box. He almost busted through that initial group of line, but wasn't able to seal it.
All right, 3rd down here for St. Albans. 14 yards to go for the 1st down. Lilly looking to throw, guns it, and that one is short. Closed captioning for tonight's Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week is exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974. So it's going to bring up 4th down here. Football will be resting at the 27-yard line. Lilly is 0 for 3 through the air. Dylan Tudor is back deep. And the kick is away. And it's going to take a roll to about the 32-yard line. A quick kick there by Deuce McLean. 41-yard punt. 7:31 to go here in the first. No score in our Dick Whitman Memorial Classic on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports.
Well, we're here with one of our many sponsors for Friday Night Rivals. Now, this is Scott Shepard. Now, you're the general manager for Downtown Ford right here in Charleston. Tell me a little bit. You guys are actually the official sponsors this year for our Scholar Athletes. Why is this so important?
Yeah, thanks. Very important for us that we give back to the community. We not only want to service the community and their automobile needs, but we also want to help out with stuff like this.
And I know you were talking earlier off camera that you guys want to continue this in the years to come.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime we can give back to the community, especially the kids, we want to take advantage of that.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, I really appreciate you, and we'll have more after this.
Riverside Warriors ready to go back on offense here. One of the assistant coaches is Michael Terrell. He's off to our right here. He scored the first touchdown in Riverside history there at Laidley Field. Riverside had to play its first season of football at Laidley there in '99. Again, went all the way to Wheeling Island Stadium and just about came back on the Parkersburg Big Reds and won a championship. Parkersburg had built a nice lead, and Michael and company fought back. One of the classics there at Wheeling Island Stadium. And now Laidley Field, University of Charleston Stadium at Laidley Field, going to host the state championship games. Here's Whitestone rolling, and Whitestone going to keep it and going to pick up some decent yardage there after he was rushed out of the pocket there. Malcolm Maxwell coming up and making the play.
I kind of like Whitestone there, the way he's running so hard, Mark. He didn't avoid contact and go out of bounds. He went right through the defender.
Picks up 6 on the play.
It gives him a lot of options for second and short here.
Now Whitestone wanting to hand it off there and in stoppage of play.
Mark, that's our fourth defensive offsides, and that will result in a Riverside first down.
And Zach Kreider was getting the handoff when the penalty occurred, so push the football to the 43-yard line. That is our first down of the game. A stay focused, don't drive distracted first down for the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Whitestone launching, and that one well out of reach. The intended receiver was Dylan Tudor. Will bring up second down.
Yeah, I don't know if Tudor was running a different pattern or there was some contact, but the ball was a good 15 yards down from him. Tudor was kind of looking around, maybe looking for a flag perhaps.
Whitestone 0 for 2 passing. This Riverside team have been shut out the last 2 weeks to George Washington and Hurricane, who are playing tonight at McGee Field at Redskins Stadium in Hurricane. Whitestone will take the snap and he'll give it to Kreider, and Kreider finds daylight here on the near side. Kreider carving his way to the 40-yard line. Nice pickup there by Kreider.
Yeah, Kreider had a good block. There was a good seal there from Jace Cook, but he didn't bounce it outside. He cut it back inside. Probably could have got a little bit more yardage heading toward the sideline.
17-yard pickup. Stay focused, don't drive distracted. First down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Riverside now in business here and firing it out. And nice catch made there by Jace Cook. And then Cook is taken down. And coming up and putting him on the ground was Sean McCord.
Yeah, McCord did a good job of closing on that one, considering there was a little bit of dancing out there by Deuce. But he had to do that to avoid that tackle, but no gain. But Riverside into some better tempo right now offensively.
First completion of the night for Whitestone. A lot to play for here in the final 2 weeks of the season. Whitestone sets up guns and off the fingertips of Logan Tudor.
Yeah, it was a really nice ball. He just didn't get it in, Mark. And he had a seam down the middle, too, if he was able to haul that one in. But we have a flag on the play anyway.
We'll get the call here from Dan Greer. Riverside opened the season, fell to Greenbrier East 34-20. Then it was a 21-6 loss to Oak Hill. Capital wins 38-14 in an FNR game at University of Charleston Stadium at Laidley Field. They lost to Huntington 47-0. Down South Charleston 56-20 for that lone victory, and since have lost to Beckley, GW, and Hurricane, as we spoke of a moment ago. And stop the play again with a motion penalty. A false start against St. Albans. For the Red Dragons, they got it going with a matchup against George Washington. Patriots prevailed 39-0. Then it was a 35-6 loss to Nitro in the Battle of the Bridge. Fell to Huntington 58-6. Capital 37-0. Hurricane 56-0. Got a win over South Charleston 29-7. Lincoln County 18-12. So back-to-back wins. And then lost last week to the Parkersburg Big Reds. Whitestone with pressure and gunning it out. And Tudor again, the intended receiver. And the ball falls incomplete.
Hey, Mark, going back to those penalties, we seem like we've had a lot, and all of them are small. They're only 5-yard penalties. We haven't had anything of major. And those are the kind of penalties and mistakes that are made early in the season. These are the kind of mistakes, penalties that coaches talk about. You've got 7-8 games under your belt. Those things shouldn't be happening. So they'll need to clean that up.
3rd down and 20 here for Riverside. Whitestone. Well, I believe St. Albans may have come quickly. Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the homeschool for hosting our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. They are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs. Third down play here for the Riverside Warriors. No score here. Along with Jim Mahan, Hannah Klein, our great FNR crew, Robert Stegall, our statistician, Mark Martin. Whitestone throws and the ball is picked off. Red Dragons have it. Ashton Hamilton, the linebacker, has come up with the pick and will take it to the 42-yard line. Big play for the Red Dragon prevent unit.
Yeah, really nice return there, but on the interception. But he was thinking maybe if they didn't get what they needed, they could just pin St. Albans down back there a little bit, but wasn't going to happen.
33-yard return for Ashton Hamilton, two-way starter for this Red Dragon football team. Another look at it there, Jim, and we did a nice job running with the football afterwards.
Yeah, he was doing a good job following his blocks and trying to stay in the middle of the field. Maybe he could break one open, but Riverside was able to contain him a little bit.
Lilly takes the snap and, well, going one way and then turning it around was Deuce McLean. And a good job by the Riverside defense there. St. Albans is 2-3 in Friday night rival games. The first ever FNR telecast happened right here at Crawford Field. September 1st, 2017. They defeated Nitro in the Battle of the Bridge, 38-0. Scott Tinsley was the head coach of St. Albans, and Bryce Casta was guiding Nitro. Another FNR victory for St. Albans came in 2019. Riverside is 2-5.
Red Dragons haven't found much success on the ground. Looks like they're probably going to depend on the air here.
Forgive me, Riverside is 2-6. Counting that game they played earlier in the season against the Capital Cougars. Lilly getting it into the hands of Sean McCord. And then McCord is taken down there by J.R. Cochran, the senior.
Yeah, we got a hold on the penalty mark, so what little gain there was there is going to be negated. Actually, Riverside decided to decline the penalty, which is not a bad move. You have the option of, do I take the yardage and give them another down, or do I just keep what I did? And they did a really good job on that screen.
I'll try to get things reset here. Mr. Merchant placing the ball down. Dan Greer wants to get this ball positioned where it needs to go. In Riverside, getting two.
You know, Mark, what that screen really had great potential in terms of there was a lot of pressure on Lilly, and he was able to get it away. But the problem is that the rest of the development of the play went really slow.
Riverside getting 2 wins over St. Albans, 22-7, 59-12, 21 and 22 games. And those are the 2 victories for Riverside in the FNR play. Here's Lilly shooting and in the direction of Maxwell, who had his back to the football.
Yeah. I think Maxwell was looking to get a seal on the corner. I don't think he thought he was the primary receiver. I think they were looking more for the slant in and not to be. But we're in positive territory. More than likely, they're going to probably go for it.
Well, McLean has played a good bit this season at quarterback. Very talented utility guy. So just a Wildcat formation here with McLean back there along with Stotts. But McLean can also punt.
Hey, now he stepped back and punt. Now he's going
to
go
keep
with
it. Here is McLean, and Riverside was waiting on it, and many get to him. Shanklin will be the one that really got him down on the ground. So good job there by the Warriors, and they will take over the football, but a flag comes out here at the end of the play, and it was thrown by referee Dan Greer. They're going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against the Red Dragons. So
yeah, that's our first major penalty of the game, Mark, and it came unfortunately after the play, and there was some extracurricular activity that wasn't necessary. And as a result of that, Riverside's this possession here is going to put them at the Red Dragon 43-yard line.
So first down here for Riverside as they will operate in St. Albans territory. No score here between the Red Dragons and the Warriors. So you got the westernmost high school in Kanawha County going up against the far east of the county in Riverside. East versus west, and a flag comes out.
I think we got to jump there on one of the wideouts. We don't like to identify him by name. We just know it was a Riverside player. That'll cost him 5.
Now be 1st and 15. Riverside has 3 first downs, 0 for the Red Dragons at the moment. Out over the football for Riverside. Getting a start here. Junior Jason Smith, and the ball is loose. Fumbled. Red Dragons have it.
Yeah, Whitestone tried to pick that up, and he wasn't able to secure the ball. And then by the time the defenders came in, they were able to get it.
Landon Green coming up with the fumble recovery. So back-to-back turnovers for the Warriors. And St. Albans with the football here.
Yeah, the snap was fumbled a little bit, and then he never really actually got the ball to the back, and then he tried to pick it up, and then Landon Green was able to pounce on it for the Red Dragons.
And Landon Green falls on it. Malik Thomas was the player which the ball was attempted to be delivered to. Thomas is a senior and has been dealing with injuries.
I don't like to belabor points, Mark, but we're not out of the first quarter, and I think we have a record amount of illegal shifts, offsides, illegal motion, defensive encroachment. I think we're on 8 or 9. I'm not really sure. I'd have to check with Robert, see where we are. Yeah.
Tenth accepted penalty of the evening already here at the 3:09 mark. Hand it off and get it to McCord, and not much running room there for McCord. Never went down, but blow the whistle.
I really like, Mark, the defense of Riverside, how what they're not, they're not really necessarily using leverage, or what they are using that's causing some problems for St. Albans is their quickness. They're beating them off their own snap, and that's causing some problems for that initial front five up there for the Red Dragons.
I talked to Heath Huffman this week, and, it had the lineup from the Capital game, which, that was way back when, so you knew there were going to be changes. And when I sent it to him and I said, how's this look? He said, I wish. Catch made right there at midfield. Ball comes out. The catch was made by Deuce McLean, and they'll spot him down at the 49-yard line. It's about a 6-yard pickup.
He's appropriately wearing his number, Mark. That way we don't have to easy to remember him.
Reese Lilly, who has thrown for 515 yards this season, awaits the snap. Guns it across the middle, and a catch is made, and that is going to go for 6. Lilly to Malcolm Maxwell. St. Albans on the board. And a flag comes out, though, after the touchdown.
Well, it will not negate the touchdown, but it may cause some problems either on the ensuing kickoff if it is indeed against the Red Dragons. They're going to talk about it.
5th touchdown pass of the season for Lilly. Maxwell, his longest reception, 48-yard strike. Comes with 1:34 to go. And Dan Greer giving us.
I'll do my best to interpret that, Mark. The touchdown was good. The unsportsmanlike conduct against the Red Dragons, which will be assessed on the kickoff. So instead of them kicking off at the 40, they're going to be kicking off at the 25. You're going to see a really, really nice catch by Malcolm Maxwell. He's just a sophomore. This kid's got a lot of promise here for the Red Dragons, but a really nice ball thrown by Reese Lilly here. We'll see here in a bit.
And now they're going to line up and go for 2, and Lilly looking to fire it, and the ball batted down there. Good job there by Logan Lively on the coverage. Another look here, Lilly to Maxwell.
Yeah, Lilly gets pretty good protection. He doesn't really step into it. He kind of gunslings it. But there's Malcolm Maxwell with a really nice catch on the backside, pulling it down and hauling it in and going to pay dirt. And there's where our extracurricular activity came from.
Our scoring summary coming to you from Mark A. Hunt and Associates, attorneys at law. 3 plays, 48 yards, 135 off the clock. Maxwell, very athletic player and a kid that Derek Stotts feels could reach the next level. He's got 4.5 speed and not only good player on the offensive side, shut down corner on the defensive side. Derek Stotts would know he was the defensive player of the year at West Virginia State in the West Virginia Conference during his career under Earl Monroe. And Derek's part of the West Virginia State University Athletic Hall of Fame. Earl Monroe, his head coach, was just inducted earlier this season. Our congrats to Earl. Great guy.
And Mark, we talked about, Derek Stotts and Heath Huffman being first-year coaches at their respective school. That's not to say that they're first-year coaches ever. These guys have been around. They've been in different programs, and they've coached some teams not at the high head coaching level, but they've been involved in football for a number of years. So I expect both of these guys with their energy and their enthusiasm and their intensity to really get these kids out and really find some pride in their program and try to raise them up to another level.
Gavin Duncan is the kicker for the Warriors. Back deep for the Warriors is Dylan Tudor, and they got Malachi Hope back there. So Hope is back there. And here comes that Red Dragon kicking team, and they take down Ty Arms, the sophomore who made the return.
Yeah, you got to love that excitement, Mark. You see those guys get in there on that special teams that aren't part of the everyday snap, and boy, were they at it. Like that initial mark from Dan Greer is targeting, I believe.
.128 remaining here in this opening quarter of play.
Well, excuse me, targeting would be a gesture with a fist to the head. This would be helmet to helmet if it's fist to fist. So I think that was the call against the Warriors.
St. Albans winning a state championship back in 1955. That was the Class AA state championship. Back then they had AA, single A, and Class B. Handoff. As Riverside tries to get something going, Kreider gets the call, gets it close to the 15-yard line, and check that on the play. Not Kreider, number 33, but in fact it was number 3, Malik Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas is a good hard runner. I mean, he does a good job, but, they're kind of limited about what they can play, what kind of plays they can call down here with being so close, so deep in their own territory.
Yeah, he's a very good player. Unfortunately, they only had him in action 5 games this season, and now here's the outstanding freshman Malachi Hope. They were hoping he would get in, and I'm telling you what, a flag comes flying from about 30 yards away.
Yeah, I don't know about this one, but they're going to discuss it and see. I believe they're going to call it against Riverside. Legal block in the back.
I don't believe Dan Greer's mic is working, but we got the call there. So unfortunately, Riverside going to go the other direction yet again here. The penalty situation mounting.
Yeah, I'm not sure on the replay. I mean, we get to see that, but it looked like the Riverside player was actually holding up and not trying to block him, and there was some contact, but unfortunately got flagged for the penalty.
Whitestone gets the snap and gets it to Malachi Hope, and Hope breaking the tackle, and Malachi Hope on the move, still going at the 40. The 30, and will finally be taken down. Malcolm Maxwell gets Malachi Hope a touchdown saving tackle. The freshman dashes into Red Dragon territory. 69-yard rip for Malachi Hope.
You saw some really great speed by Malachi Hope. They're bursting up the middle and just breaking tackles. So he has his strength as well. Obviously the largest play of the game for either team.
They weren't sure if they were going to have him or not. Him banged up. Another look at it, Jim.
Yeah, he gets through that. They have a really nice hold, but then when he cuts back off of that side, you see that acceleration when he heads up through the middle. They're not going to catch him. And then he just off the pay dirt, and then he is finally wrestled down there by Malcolm Maxwell to save what would be a game-tying touchdown.
Yeah, big play by Malcolm Maxwell on the defensive side after scoring the only touchdown. We head to the second quarter. St. Albans on the board, Riverside knocking on the door. And we head to the second here from Crawford Field on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports.
Swain. She's the principal of St. Albans High School. And we were talking earlier, you guys right now are doing the Union Mission Food Fight. Talk to me exactly, what is that?
Well, it's a unique contest between Riverside and us just to donate canned food items, non-perishable food items to Union Mission and to see which school donates the most.
Gotcha. And do you have maybe a number or kind of items that you guys are raising so far?
Well, we're definitely excited that we've broken into the hundreds and what we've raised so far is terms of food items. So that's exciting, and we're looking forward to see what else might come in tonight for the final count.
And why is it so important to show these kids, the reason of giving back?
Well, it's a spirit of service, especially as we get approaching the holiday season, and just an opportunity for them to give back.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you. And guys, I'll go ahead and send it back.
All right. Thank you so much, Hannah. And, of course, we always love coming here to Crawford Field, just a neat venue. It's not on the school's campus and right here in the heart of the river, the bridge, the restaurants. Well, it was a first quarter marred by penalties. Riverside 7-47, St. Albans 6-4-50, and down goes the Riverside ball carrier and not coming up.
Yeah, literally and figuratively. That was Xavier Whitestone. Looks like a little bit of a knee issue, maybe trying to plant back, trying to stop that first contact.
Whitestone, let's take another look at it here.
It's rolling out to his right, and then you see right there when he tries to plant with that right foot and that knee buckles in, and that young man's in some pain.
That was John Long who made the stop. Whitestone on the season, 15 of 56, 5 interceptions, 211 yards, and a touchdown coming in. Heath Upman just talking about this young man, says just, coming on, getting better, just a junior.
And we certainly hope he's okay. Those things we see a little bit too often now with, a lot of the kids are stronger and they're faster. And they, if you're on a natural turf, I'm not advocating one or the other, Mark, but, if you're on a natural grass, the ground's going to give a little bit more than being on turf. But, there's pros and cons to both of them.
Mentioned that Dick Whitman, the late Dick Whitman, was the first ever coach in Riverside history, and he was followed by the late, great Ralph Hensley. Zach Freeman then took over the program. Alex Daugherty, the head coach in recent seasons, and now Heath Huppen. Well, there is a good sign there, Jim, that Whitestone is getting up, standing up, and walking around.
And he's walking off on his own power, which is really important. So he's got a little bit of a limp, but that would be understandable considering how he torqued that knee.
Now, Riverside, they want to take advantage of this opportunity here. It was officially a 68-yard run by Malachi Hope. Riverside, 4 first downs, 13 plays, 90 yards. St. Albans, 1 first down, 13 plays, 36 yards. Handed off, and grinding for yardage there was Malik Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas coming riding on the back of his lead blockers. They spot the ball back a yard or two based off of that.
Ethan Scruggs, the quarterback. So Thomas heads out, and Hope will check back in. 3rd down and 15 here for Riverside. Scruggs gets it to Hope. Hope trying to turn the corner and unable to do so. And that will bring up 4th down here for the Warriors.
Yeah, probably loss of about a half a yard there by Malachi Hope.
Hope wears those pads and that uniform well for freshman. So that was a loss of 1. 4th down and 16.
Trips to the right.
Ethan Scruggs looking to throw, and they're going to get him from behind. Down he goes at the 40. Good play there by Tyrell Ellis, the senior.
A really good pursuit on the backside, Mark, able to hunt him down.
Heath Huffman in his first year, East Bank High graduate, played in a state championship, graduated from Old East Bank High in 1994. There's Derek Stotts in his first season, and Derek coming to us from California, San Bernardino. Played junior college ball out in Arizona and then got the opportunity to play at West Virginia State and has stayed right here in the area. Two terrific guys trying to lead these programs back to respectability and be playoff contenders year in and year out. Handoff and nice little piece of running there for the Red Dragons. Getting the call for St. Albans was James Lowe, and Lowe takes it to the 46-yard line, gain of 6.
Yeah, it gives you an awful lot of options when you get a first gain of 6. You get the opportunity to throw it. You can also run it. I mean, either one. So your playbook's wide open right here.
Red Dragons with the football and hoping to pad this lead of 6-0 on this possession. Lowe again will get the call, and this time Lowe going to be taken down. Nice defensive play there for Paul Cochran and Riverside. Our live streaming sponsor for this FNR telecast is Jan Deals Attorneys at Law. Jan Deals Attorneys at Law. We won't take no for an answer. Third down play here. Ball at the 45-yard line. We're under 10 minutes to go here in this first half in a 6-0 game. Lilly guns it and finally caught. Good concentration there. Now bounced off the body of the receiver, who was Sean McCord, and McCord got ready to take off with it, but then does a nice job, Jim, of concentrating and gathering it in.
Yeah, he's kind of making see where that defender was, but the fact that it bounced off his shoulder pads and he was still able to grab that ball and bring it in and have possession of it, that's pretty good concentration.
Logan Tudor made the stop for Riverside.
I would think Coach Stotts here is probably thinking he's got a yard to get, and if I'm a coach that has any faith in my line, I would think, hey, I can get a yard.
All right, we've got a break in the action here at Crawford Field in St. Albans. Red Dragons leading the Warriors of Riverside 6-0 on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. Numbers before the game. Oh, why are we not, where are we? Why are we? Lilly handing it off and carving hard there for yardage, and it will be a first down. McCord gets the first down. First downs here in this second quarter of action. Sponsored by the University of Charleston. Relationship rich, career relevant. Be a part of the fastest growing institution in West Virginia.
Yeah, Mark, when you need that critical down, you go to your veteran, and he's a senior, McCord. He was able to get the first down for him.
Well, how about that University of Charleston football team? Undefeated under head coach Quinn Sanders at West Liberty tomorrow. Well, McCord came in. Had right at 270 yards. Does so many things for the team. Handoff from Lilly and hammering his way to the 45-yard line was McCord. So the tackle was made by Logan Lively, senior, getting a start here tonight. Again, both teams are beat up. They've had, it's just that the stage of the season in Riverside, perhaps maybe a little more than St. Albans. Second down 10. Here's Lilly gunning, and that one will go incomplete.
Yeah, that pass was a little hot for that pass pattern was just a quick slant in, and the ball came a little bit too hot.
Trying to get it into the hands of Malcolm Maxwell. Closed captioning for tonight's Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week is exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974. Third down 10 here for the red and black clad Red Dragons of St. Albans High School. Center is Landon Green, gets it to Lilly. Lilly going to step up, and that one is batted around. Shanklin was right there around the 40. Ball goes incomplete, and it brings up fourth down here.
Yeah, Caleb got a good hand on that one. Unfortunately, he was rolling to his right and was able to stick his left paw up and knock that pass down.
Lilly is 4 of 10 for 60 yards and a big touchdown strike to Maxwell. Fourth down 10 from the 46. This offensive line, Jim, for St. Albans, they have 3 players with a 4.0 or better in the classroom.
And the truest definition of student athlete for sure.
And they're going to let Deuce McLean kick it away, and it's going to take a roll, and that will go inside the 10. Be down there at around the 6-yard line. So it will be Riverside with the football deep in its own territory when we return here at Crawford Field in St. Albans. Our Smile Cam is brought to you exclusively by Kolaski Orthodontics, where your perfect smile begins. We've had a lot of people smiling this season. Kolaski Orthodontics, great to be a part of our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports. And right now, a 6-0 battle with 6:54 remaining in the first half of play between the Warriors of Riverside invading here to meet up with the Red Dragons of St. Albans. Riverside with the football. So it was a 40-yard punt by Deuce McLean. He's had a couple of those tonight, Jim.
Yeah, he's got his foot in. He has a really quick release. He only takes one step, but he's been fortunate to have some pretty decent rolls, and nobody's covered the ball for Riverside. That's added to his yardage, but not to take away from his abilities any whatsoever.
Reese Lilly firing a touchdown pass to Malcolm Maxwell of 48 yards. That's where we are here in this football game. That came at the 1:34 mark of the first quarter. Riverside deep in its own territory here. And we saw their quarterback go out a moment ago, that being Whitestone, and here's a handoff, and just nothing doing there at all for Malachi Hope. Hope had a great game in that opener for Riverside. Again, this is their second FNR game of the season. He went for nearly 200 yards in that loss to Capital.
One thing, Mark, that you cannot simulate, I don't care how many times you watch it on film, is the speed. And this Malachi Hope, he's a special young player that definitely has the speed.
Second down and 10, football at the 7 Hand it off to Malachi Hope, and he's got some running room and churns his way to the 19-yard line. Gain of 12 and a first down. First downs presented by the University of Charleston. Relationship rich, career relevant. Be a part of the fastest growing institution in West Virginia. So move the chains there and get a little breathing room.
Yeah, you can see Malachi Hope. He's not 100%, but he's gutting it out, doing the best he can, and was able to move the sticks.
Riverside working under center. Hope again, and he's got room. Hope will take it to the 30, driven out of bounds. Nice play defensively by Deuce McLean, but another good carry there by Malachi Hope.
And the thing that people, I think, sometimes, Mark, they don't understand is like, how come they just can't catch this guy? I mean, why don't they just catch him and tackle him? Well, the reason they can't is because he's faster than them. You see, bounces outside here. He follows a great block there by number 3 for Deshaun Watts. Nice seal on him for able to get about 12 yards.
Back-to-back 12-yard pickups for Hope, and this time he slips through, gets it to the 34. I never like to make calls, but I think we may be seeing a face mask here.
Yeah, it could be a holding either because it was kind of behind it too.
You guys are right. That's why I never make the call. I thought I saw a face mask.
Well, I think you did see a face mask, Mark, because I saw one too. But when I saw Dave Merchant throw that flag, and I've called games with him, you're going to see the replay. They may have missed that face mask here on Hope or on the back end of that. So there's the hold on 57, but then I think there was a little bit of fingers in the face mask as well.
That's why I just let great crews like Dan Greer and company make the calls. And so it will bring up first down again, but takes them back to the 21-yard line. Malachi Hope gets the handoff and turns the corner and will dart his way to the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to spot it there, so it'd be a gain of 8 on the play.
Yeah, nice shoestring there, Mark, because he had some pay dirt there on the outside on the edge. We've already seen earlier in the game his speed, so all he needs to do is get in that open field, and he's going to be a menace for the Red Dragons.
Hope has gone over 100 yards in 3 games this season. It's Greenbrier East and Capital. That was early in the campaign. Injuries have taken their toll against this Riverside team under first-year head coach Heath Huppin. Big Sandy Superstores donates $500 to the home school for hosting Friday night rivals. They are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs. St. Albans trying to keep the Warriors at bay, and a nice defensive play there by the Red Dragons, and coming up and making the stop there was Tyrell Ellis. Ellis, according to Derek Stotts, just a coach's dream. Figures to be the defensive MVP, high motor. There's an interception on the season, two-way starter.
And Mark, something rare here. That was a solo tackle on Malachi Hope, and we haven't seen that the whole game.
Ellis coming in with 60 tackles on the season. Malachi Hope, 9 carries, 98 yards. Let's see him rip one here. Going to have a timeout called by Riverside. Let's head down to Hannah Klein. Hannah, it's all yours.
Well, guys, I am ready. You can put me in on the field. I'm ready to rock and roll. And tonight I'm here with Melissa Curry. She's basically the team mom. If you tell me, you guys are doing throwback jerseys, different jerseys, and you're selling them, what is exactly for?
So we are selling the throwback jerseys for just to try to basically get rid of them for one, because we have an overabundance of the jerseys. Stotts wanted to kind of look to the past with throwback jerseys as we look for the future. He thought that it would be kind of like a good way to let, the jerseys shine out on the field, make a debut out on the field, and be worn again. Why not let them be, out there again? So he was like, let's let them go back out. So pull them out, look through them, let people, have their old jerseys. So I took a Sunday, went through them, taking pictures, going through them, and I've had people coming in getting their actual jerseys that they wore in high school, and they have loved it. So it has been kind of a cool thing to get to pair up somebody with their jersey that they wore in high school.
And I know we have done that as well. I'm representing Garrett Lester, my amazing cameraman's jersey tonight. I know he was going through the bin trying to find his very own. And there's a whole list of different kinds of jerseys, different numbers. So if you're looking for them, just head right over here to St. Albans High School.
I actually I cataloged them. I have pictures of every single jersey that we have. I took a picture of them. So if there's a certain jersey that you're looking for, you can hit me up, and I have a picture of the jerseys, and I can help you try to find that for you.
I love it. Well, I appreciate you. And Mark, I'll go ahead and send it back.
Caleb Shanklin making an outstanding catch there to give Riverside nice yardage.
Yeah, this is in heavy traffic, double covered. He's able to jump up there and get that ball, and more importantly, able to secure it to the ground. Don't know. Looks like the extra tush push there, but it's already going to cost Riverside 5 yards. I think we're working on our 16th penalty of this half.
Ethan Scruggs completed that pass to Shanklin again. Whitestone, the starting quarterback, Xavier Whitestone, injured earlier, so it was a 14-yard pass completion. So now Riverside, which had elected to go for it. Well, they are at least lined up at the 35. Play clocks are not working here at Crawford Field. I'm just going to let it wind down here, call the timeout. Friday Night Football Extra is sponsored by the Thornhill Auto Group, coming up tonight at 11:10 on WCHS-TV. Kenny Bass and me will be along to bring you great action next to last weekend of the regular season for West Virginia high school football. We'll have a couple of Ohio playoff games as postseason play gets underway in the Buckeye State. So it's Friday Night Football Extra, sponsored by the Thornhill Auto Group tonight, 11:10 on WCHS-TV with KB and yours truly. Kenny and I are going to have been having popcorn on the set, or at least I have, and we're going to have some Halloween candy on the set tonight as well.
You guys have all the treats here ready and got them all lined up. I know Eastern's playing in a playoff game tonight.
Yeah, Eastern, Ironton, yeah. So we got some Ohio schools, many southeastern Ohio schools in action here. 7 divisions in the state. Of course, West Virginia now with 4 classes. So Kraft will kick it away here. Casey Chapman is the long snapper. Football is at the 35-yard line, and St. Albans brought the heat. It's like Deuce McLean was back deep, and I'll tell you what, they brought the heat. Had to get it out. There was a line drive kick.
A little bit surprised it didn't hit one of the linemen. The punt was so low.
Stats tonight are sponsored by the Jacobs Law Firm. Attorney Pat Jacobs has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. 32-yard punt. Tells our Robert Stegall the yardage.
Our master statistician who always does a great job. Hats off. Shout out to you, Robert. Well, Mark, the Red Dragon's trying to set up shop
here. The candy is. The candy's all toward the right and in Robert's direction.
Yeah, he's got them fingers working. You know, he's got
the fruit. He brought the fruit snacks too. He's got this. Is not. There's some healthy indulging going on up here as well. Hand it off as Reese Lilly. Ball is loose. Did it come out and did Riverside get it? They did. Warriors. Not sure who came up with it, but a fumble by Malcolm Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell bounces it to the right.
And not Maxwell, that's McCord.
McCord, and there's a rip out, I believe. The ball's already down before he lands the ground, and then we have Logan. I think it was Logan Tudor.
Yeah, J.R. Cochran was there ripping it out, and then Tudor. There's Tudor. He makes the play. So big break here for Riverside. 2:23 to go in this first half.
And they got Malachi Hope back in the backfield, Mark.
And there is Hope, and dashes his way inside the 30-yard line to the 29-yard line before he gets knocked out of bounds and gets up and comes back to the huddle.
It started out, that Riverside's won the toss. They deferred, so they're going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So we talk about this all the time. Can you punch one in, get some points on the board, and then get the ball to start the third quarter?
Hope has carried the football 10 times, 111 yards, got 8 there. Second down and 2. Football officially spotted at the 29. Ethan Scruggs awaits the snap, and he will keep it, and Scruggs will go down. Well, that's St. Albans defense, and Tyrell Ellis again with a big play for the Red Dragons.
Yeah, Ellis wasn't full. Of course, his key is the quarterback. It is not Pope. So when he didn't hand the ball off to Pope, I don't know whether that was an RPO or not, but he would have been better served to get that ball to Pope instead of take the sack.
Third down and 8. That was a loss of 6 on the play as Ellis.
Don't want to take anything away from Tyrell Ellis. That was a great play on his part.
Scruggs looking, floats it into the hands of Malachi Hope, and he will be taken down there at the 28-yard line. Wrapped up there nicely by McCord. Hakeem Brown was also in on the play there for the Red Dragons. So it is fourth down now, and looks like about 1.
Yeah. Mark, Hakeem Brown needs to be a little bit cautious. The officials were taking a good look at that after the play. There was a little bit of chippiness. They need to be careful about that. You don't want to give them a first down by a penalty.
So Scruggs, since coming in, 2 for 2. 27 yards passing. Ball at the 28. He'll hand it to Hope. And Malachi Hope going to turn the corner. He's got the first down. He's at the 20. And Malachi Hope gets the first down. First down being presented by the University of Charleston here in this second quarter of play. See where they spot him out, but there are 2 flags down.
Yeah, we got a holding on the edge. We also have probably an extracurricular out of bounds. There's the grab right there on the shoulder pad. And then out of bounds after he's clearly out of bounds. Those will offset, and we'll replay fourth down.
Dan Greer going to sort it out here for us.
The reason they'll mark this off, Mark, is because the personal foul after the place dead ball. So they're going to mark off the holding penalty, and then they're going to turn around and assess the unsportsmanlike.
So here we go. Just as you said.
The costliness of that was the holding was 10, but the unsportsmanlike was 15. So the result of that is a Warrior first down.
Football will be resting at the 21-yard line. Hope got the first down. Malachi Hope grinds his way to the 19, and that will put the Warriors into the Glenville State University red zone. Glenville State University prepares and inspires students to be thoughtful, productive, engaged, and responsible citizens who contribute to the well-being of their community, state, nation, and world. Pioneer your future. Timeout here with 33 seconds to go.
And I believe that was the last timeout for Riverside. So they have to really be careful knowing they only got 33 seconds to go and they can't stop the clock.
Plenty coming up on our Huntington Mall halftime report. We will bring you the Around the Schools segment, introduce you to the latest downtown Ford Scholar athletes of the week. In addition, we will have the Big Sandy Superstore check presentation, plus provide you stats and highlights from this first half of action between the St. Albans Red Dragons and the Riverside Warriors. It's the Huntington Mall halftime report. The Huntington Mall, a destination for dining and entertainment. Dave and Buster's down there now in Huntington Mall.
Yeah.
Just one of many great things to do. One of my favorite places to spend some time. All right, here is Scruggs, shoots it out. Cook makes the catch, and he spins away from one defender, but then they'll take him down. What a defensive effort there by the head coach's son, Deshaun Stotts.
Yeah. Well, you see that Deshaun Stotts did not stop and didn't give up on the play, which was really important.
Flag at the 20. So Riverside guilty of the block in the back, so that will be declined here by St. Albans. So 23 ticks now on the clock here. And boy, Red Dragons trying to fend off Riverside Warriors, trying to put it in. They haven't scored in 2 games. They can smell that end zone. Can they get it in before this half comes to a close?
Yeah, their biggest enemy mark right now is that running clock. We're now down to 18 seconds and ticking.
Scruggs fires it up. Got a man. Shanklin making the diving effort, and a flag comes out.
What an effort by Caleb Shanklin, and he did have an open seam on that right sideline, and there was some contact going on, and it cost St. Albans pass interference.
Another look at it here.
Yeah, pretty nice ball, and then you see Shanklin actually has 4, but then there's a little bit of contact there before the ball arrives. They're going to call that every time. Of course, we're not spot fouling like it is NFL. He's not going to get the ball at the 5-yard line. So, again, we're looking at 11 ticks, Mark, and the way their plays have been developing. Now, this will go off the snap. They definitely have to throw the ball into the end zone.
Ethan Scruggs, the sophomore quarterback, trying to get the Warriors into the end zone. In trouble, and Scruggs has some room. Scruggs still going, makes a move inside the 5-yard line. What a move by Scruggs. So they get the first down. First down is presented by the University of Charleston, and there's no time on the clock. That will do it. What an exciting end to this first half of action. And Riverside, oh, so close, but unable to punch it in.
Yeah, that was real unfortunate, right there at the end. That I thought they had a couple of seconds. Maybe they could have got up on the ball and clocked it, but with 1 second to go, you can't do that.
How about the young sophomore quarterback there chatting it up with a member of the Riverside coaching staff, each team with outstanding coaches. Hannah Klein going to try to get a word with first-year head man Heath Huffman. And it's a 6-0 game here at halftime. Hannah Klein is down with the Warrior leader, Heath Huffman. Hannah, take it away.
Well, Coach, your team looking to put some points on that scoreboard. Talk a little bit about their performance so far.
We're fine. We're making silly mistakes, but we're making improvements. The last few weeks we've struggled, and we're doing better in that route. So we're not getting crazy penalties. We're not being aggressive. We're not doing the wrong things we've been doing. So we're getting it together. We've got different guys in different positions, working out the kinks. We'll be all right.
And in number 10, he went down right before the half. I saw him on the sidelines, just kind of adjusting that knee. Do you have an update on what happened exactly?
He's hurt. He might work it out, but I don't look for it.
Awesome, Coach. Appreciate it. Mark, I'll go ahead and sit it back.
All right, Hannah, we thank you so much. Halftime here at Crawford Field. You saw them still working on Xavier Whitestone. Riverside close to punching it in. St. Albans, that touchdown they got in the first quarter, holding up here at the break. It's our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports, the Dick Whitman Memorial Classic, and our Huntington Mall halftime report begins right now.
Well, we're here at the Huntington Mall, one of the sponsors for Friday Night Rivals, and I'm actually here with Margie Valdez. She's the marketing director here at the mall. And you should tell me, this has been multiple years in a row. How awesome is it to be back?
It's great to be back. You know, I love all the local high schools and the students and the families that come here to the mall. So to be able to support this again is a really great thing.
And I know here at the mall, you guys have been expanding these last few months as well.
Yes, we've got so many new exciting additions we want people to come and check out, especially Dave & Buster's. You know, it's just a great place. What is it? To eat, watch, and play. Yep.
Awesome. Well, anything else you want to add? I always really want to focus on the community.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we do so much here at the mall, and if everybody wants to just visit huntingtonmall.com, we have events listed up through November now. So, yeah, we got a lot going on.
Awesome, Margie. Well, I appreciate you, and more Friday Night Rivals coming up after this. Well, this is a halftime interview brought to you by Big Sandy Superstore, and I'm here with Rick Whitman, the athletic director here at St. Albans High School. $500 going directly to school. How awesome is this?
It's really exciting. I want to thank WCHS, Parmar, Friday Night Lights, and Big Sandy Furniture for making this donation.
Awesome. And I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have any idea what the $500 might be going towards?
Well, it'll go in our general athletic account that will help fund all of our athletic programs.
Well, I appreciate you. And again, this is a halftime interview brought to you by Big Sandy Superstore.
Whitman, of course, is the son of the late Dick Whitman. We are bringing you the Dick Whitman Memorial Classic between Riverside and St. Albans. Halftime here. Jim Mahan, Mark Martin with you back here in the booth at Crawford Field. 6-0 football game, Jim.
Yeah, it was really close. Riverside got really close down there at the end, just ran out of some clock time, but they're going to get the ball in this possession, start third quarter, see what they can do in moving it.
Yeah, one thing that has certainly helped Riverside's cause, they didn't think perhaps they would have Malachi Hope, but they have, and numbers on Hope, 12 carries, 115 yards, not bad for that young man, just a freshman.
He's been running the edge a lot, and you can tell he's not 100%. You kind of see his body language a little bit, but he's giving it his all.
All right, Jim, as Riverside will accept the second half kickoff. Our kickoffs being presented by OVP Health. First downs, Riverside with the edge there. And, of course, a lot of penalties here in this first half of action,
which I'm sure the coaches have addressed at halftime, so I'm hoping that we see a little bit cleaner second half. An awful lot of scrimmage penalties, offsides, illegal procedure, illegal shift, things like that. There was a few major penalties, but both squads wanting to clean that up to start out this second half.
Gavin Duncan will kick it off, and a little squibber here, and Shanklin will scoop it up. And the flag comes out.
Well, and we talk about it, and we've got us a procedure from the kickoff before we've actually had a snap from the line of scrimmage.
So kickoffs for tonight's game sponsored by OVP Health, formerly Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999. Duncan going to kick it again. Hope is back deep and around the 20-yard line for the Warriors of Riverside. Ty Arms is back there as well. Duncan will lift it up, and the ball is on the ground, and finally landing on it will be Tudor for Riverside. Well, coming over was John Battle, and Battle couldn't find it. Tudor had it. He fell on it, and Riverside will have the football, but that was dangerous. So first downs there. Riverside with the edge. Of course, Hope's had a good game, so the rushing advantage to the Warriors, Jim. Passing yards goes to St. Albans.
Yeah, when you see that, a little bit of misleading, 136 yards total offense for Riverside, but no points on the board here. So, hopefully they can make amends here in this first drive.
And Riverside came close there to getting on the board. Well, Scruggs keeping it now, and he is going to be rolled up there. Good defensive pressure by the Red Dragons, Sean McCord. And also in on the play, but a busy night for Tyrell Ellis for St. Albans.
Yeah, and what you don't want to see, Scruggs coming up a little bit. It seemed like he had a little bit of an injury there, Mark. He might be, he's going to stand over there and call the play in, but he looked like he was a little bit injured coming up off of that tackle.
There's a loss of one there. Reese Lilly firing a touchdown pass. 48 yards to Malcolm Maxwell. That's our only score of the game. Here's Scruggs. He wants to launch. And it went in the direction of Caleb Shanklin. Incomplete. Brings up third down.
Yeah, Mark Scruggs needs, not that I'm Mr. Quarterback Coach, but he's not getting his feet set when he's throwing that ball. And as a consequence, the ball is flying out of his hand, and he's overshooting his receivers. He needs to settle in with his footwork, plant that back foot, and just zip one in there.
First incomplete pass for the sophomore, who comes in for the injured Xavion Whitestone. And we were told at halftime he will not return, and we have a whistle here. Pass intended for Tudor. Hakeem Brown stepped in front of it.
Yeah, Hakeem Brown had a pick six in his rear view mirror, and he's still out there going, I wish I hadn't have thrown that flag.
When you talk about quarterbacks, in 1955, the Kennedy Award winner was Tags Meredith, the late Tags Meredith, quarterback here at St. Albans. Went on to be a great girls basketball coach at George Washington. And DuPont, which helped form Riverside, had a great one in Danny Williams, a two-time Kennedy Award winner. Here is Scruggs looking, throwing, and a sliding catch, and unable to reel it in was Cook. Boy, would that have been, he did get it. They're going to say it was a catch.
Wow. Yeah, we couldn't see it from where we were looking at it. It looked like it was really close. We're going to get a really good angle on this replay, Mark. You see Scruggs rolls out to his left. He just kind of floats the ball up.
Jace Cook. I'll tell you what.
Hey, when they call it a catch, we don't have reviews in high school, so.
20-yard pickup. Let's say stay focused, don't drive distracted, first down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. And on first down, it will be Malik Thomas, the senior, with the carry.
Mark, I really like how Malik Thomas runs. Very fearless. He does not shy away from contact.
He's been part of the story this season for Riverside, where they just haven't had him a lot. But he is a punishing runner. Here's Scruggs. He's going to keep it, and Scruggs will lower the boom there. You got to be impressed with this young man coming in here and playing for Riverside. And Scruggs getting the opportunity and making the most of it.
Yeah, definitely gritty, Mark. A couple of plays ago, kind of banged up. Looked like he was readjusting his helmet a little bit. He took that ball off to the left, off of that RPO, and got enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, another first down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Warriors on the move here. High snap, and Scruggs. Well, he didn't have his running back to hand it off to. A flag comes out there. It was a high snap, and when Scruggs gathered it in, he looked and didn't have a back there to hand it off to. He just keeps it. See what the call is. It will go against the Warriors of Riverside. What do you think about Tags Meredith, 1955? What a player he was, and a little before our time, but boy, then Danny Williams.
Oh, Danny Williams. He was tough. He was something.
Saw him play against Ripley when I was a kid. DuPont came to Memorial Stadium in Ripley, and he put on a show, and I believe the headline, my mom always said this, the circus didn't come to town, but Danny Williams did.
Yeah.
So entertaining. Went to WVU, a Rhodes Scholar. Brother Mike was a great player. And Scruggs loses the football, and boy, is he ever lucky to recover.
Yeah, he got really lucky on that because he was trying to pick the ball up while he was being pressured, of course, there by John Long, the senior defensive end. He just comes off the edge, and he just uses his quickness. He's already got a step on him. They're not able to even get to him, and he's lucky he's able to kind of roll the ball in to get the possession.
John Long, according to Derek Stutz, he says, an incredible kid. He said I could go on all day. He's a 4.4 GPA. He's in the band, member of student government. He says when we're talking to him out on the practice field in games, he said it's like another adult. And now a flag comes out.
Got a little eager there on that second down, and what seems like an eternity for the Warriors. Gained a little bit of it back there.
Football at the 38-yard line. 2nd and 26. Scruggs rolling. And now he's going to unleash it. And, boy, he had Tudor there. And a good defensive play made by St. Albans. And I believe that was Brown who came up and made the play. Check out Ashton Hamilton who made the play.
Yeah, but Scruggs had his pick between which Tudor brother he wanted. He just kind of threw it in a direction. They were both there, and really when you look at it, Dylan was really close to it.
Third down play now. Scruggs across the middle, and Shanklin's got the catch. And Shanklin moves it to the 40-yard line. Nice play there, a pickup of 22. It was 3rd and 26, Jim. So it's going to bring 4th and manageable now.
Definitely manageable, and you got to like the fact that Shanklin did a great job of eluding the tackler and getting an extra 6 or 7 yards to even put him in his position to go for it.
So officially a 21-yard pickup. 4th down here for Riverside, trying to keep it going here on this opening drive of this second half. And catch made right at the 35-yard line by Shanklin, and I think he's going to get the spot. So back-to-back big catches by Shanklin, and Riverside moves the chains and keeps the drive alive.
Yeah, really nice job by Caleb Shanklin, Mark, because you see he just runs a little flat-out pattern there, and he kind of settles, and then Scruggs throws it a little bit behind him. He's just able to settle in and get that first down.
One of the great leaders of this Riverside team, according to head coach Heath Huffman. So Scruggs, the sophomore, trying to engineer a scoring drive. And now Malachi Hope will turn the corner. Malachi Hope journeys his way to the 35-yard line. Closed captioning for tonight's Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week is exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974.
Mark, I got to say I'm really impressed with Tyrell Ellis, the defensive tackle for the Red Dragons. He was able to get a shoestring on Malachi Hope.
All right, now Scruggs wants to keep it. Makes a move there and goes down at the 30-yard line. Stop made by Hamilton for St. Albans.
Yeah, he had a good seal block there from Jace Cook, but Scruggs wasn't able to cut it back inside, and otherwise it probably would have cost him.
I think we're going to have a hold here against the Warriors. We do.
Warriors have been their own worst enemy, Mark, with some penalties here in this game, and I'm sure Coach Huffman wants to talk about some of those. So that's really costly, holding penalty at this point in the game. They had a little bit of rhythm going, some catches, made nice catches, nice runs.
Dick Whitman Memorial Classic, Riverside, where he coached. St. Albans, where he played. He played all the sports here, Jim, at St. Albans High School.
And back then you just played them all. Just went from one season to the next.
Won a couple of football championships at DuPont, almost got one at Riverside, launching it out, intended for Cook, and the ball falls incomplete. And out there covering for St. Albans was Isaiah Muhammad.
Yeah, that's a really dangerous throw, Mark. You're going all the way across the field. That's about a 30 to 35-yard throw, and if you don't put an awful lot of pepper on that throw, that can easily be picked off for 6.
Muhammad, just a sophomore, phenomenal athlete. Derek Stotts feels he's got a big upside here. Is Scruggs firing, and a nice catch by Shanklin. Boy, he caught it the way that you're taught. Put those hands together, those thumbs together, and hauls it in. And he's going to be stopped at the 32-yard line.
That's spoken like a true wide receiver, Mark. I think you got a little experience in that area.
Got a lot of passes and practices.
I hear you.
I do. I'm going to take a moment here. Marietta College, where I was fortunate enough to be a part of them, the Pioneers, 7-0, nationally ranked. All right, 4th down and 7. Scruggs has some protection, guns, and in the direction of Tudor. Well, Tudor did get jarred there, but no flag, and a good play there. Brown was coming in on the ball, and St. Albans has fended off the Warriors, but they cannot fend off our great red hat, Dan Carney. We've got to take a break here on this week's edition of our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports.
We're here at West Virginia State Police Academy. Now, I'm actually here with Sergeant Allen. They are one of the sponsors here for Friday Night Rivals. Now, this is the first year you guys are sponsors. Why is this so important?
This is a big recruiting year for us. We just kicked off our campaign for the 74th Cadet class. Testing starts next month.
And then tell me the benefits in doing this.
We got pretty good benefits. We start at $61,000 a year pay, great health insurance, great retirement, and a good family environment to work in.
And how many weeks does this usually take?
It's a 24-week academy, and then you're assigned your duty station.
Awesome. You were telling me it's really like a family here. Why were you saying that?
We take care of each other. We're here for each other, and we take care of the state of West Virginia really well.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you, and guys, I'll go ahead and sit it back.
All right, thank you, Hannah. A 6-0 game here with 6:51 to go in the Dick Whitman Memorial Classic, Crawford Field, St. Albans. Stats are sponsored by the Jacobs Law Firm. Attorney Pat Jacobs has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. Well, it was a nice drive for Riverside, Jim, but it comes to a close, and St. Albans takes over. Now they look to work on what has been a 6-0 lead since the first quarter. That's where we stand right now at the 134 mark. Maxwell caught the TD pass, and ripping off the big gain here is Stotts, taking it to the 45-yard line. Stotts with a 12-yard pickup and a first down. Our first downs here in this third quarter being sponsored by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. So that is a stay focused, don't drive distracted first down.
Yeah, really nice run by Stotts there on a 13-yard run to set up another first down for the Red Dragons.
They officially give him 13, and here we go with fresh set of downs for the Red Dragons. And boy, Stotts again just finds the opening, and Stotts with a nice move, and Stotts inside the 30-yard line, galloping his way to another first down presented by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. So 2 plays, and the Red Dragons are at the 28-yard line, and it's a 28-yard pickup.
Yeah, nice stop there by defensive back John Battle there. The sophomore was able to corral Stotts down and get him down to the ground.
So he has gathered up 41 yards. 2 plays for the Red Dragons. Reese Lilly gives to Stotts, and this time he will be stopped by Caleb Shanklin for a short gain.
Yeah, they ran that play. They ran into that well 3 times in a row, Mark. 2 great runs there by Stotts, and that time they were able to choke him off.
They're now going to say, as after they mark it, that he lost one on the play. Drove him back. Shanklin with the nice tackle. Second down. Reese Lilly gets the snap, hands it to Stotts, and Stotts driving those legs to the 26-yard line. Jesse Silvestri is the offensive coordinator for St. Albans. Jacob Rourke, John Fitzpatrick, Kedrick Cunningham. He is the son of Melvin Cunningham, former Mate 1, and Marshall Great. James Stormer, Elijah Crockett, Jeff Curry. You know, you take Coach Stotts, who was the player of the year, and then 3 of those guys were all conference. So they could just about form a team with that coaching staff.
Absolutely. Well, we know it's 2-down territory. Derek Stotts is going to, if he doesn't convert on third down, they'll certainly be going for it.
Ball resting at the 26-yard line. Landon Green is the center, and he gets it to Reese Lilly, and Lilly had a nice fake there. Couple of big hits, a big hit on the fake, and then fire the pass out into the hands of the receiver for St. Albans 22. That is McClain. And good hard hits out there by the Warriors.
Yeah, Battle in there like a missile right off of that throw. He was real lucky that he got there just a hair too later. It had him a pick 6.
Lilly did a nice job faking on that play, and Stotts, He took the fake, and he got plowed. And then the pass out on the far side. So now they get
as we predicted, Mark, it's a 4th and try to convert for the Red Dragons.
Yeah, the Red Dragons just couldn't really get things set the way they wanted. Hamilton was racing to get to the far side. And the Red Dragons will come to the near side, chat it up, and the Warriors will talk it over on the far side here. 17-4 edge for Riverside in this series. And let's head down to Hannah Klein. Hannah, take it away.
All right, guys, so this is the best part. So I'm here with St. Albans High School's band. You guys have to tell me, we were over at the concession stand talking earlier. You guys are raising money. What exactly is that money going towards?
So in the next year or two, we'd like to get new uniforms and just kind of raise money to get a new drum line, considering it's kind of older and everything. So we'd just like to have a revamp of everything.
Definitely. And for you as a band member, why is that so important?
It's just nice to see all my bandmates and be able to look spiffy and nice, especially whenever we go out for competition. I just feel like it helps boost our motivation and confidence.
Now I'm coming over to you because you're the one with the food. Now you guys have a ton of food over there. There were walking tacos, popcorn. There was popcorn there for Mark. And what are these?
These are fried Oreos. They're delicious and they're exclusive to us.
So you're the only school that has the fried Oreos.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's go ahead. Let's give it a try. I'll use my hands so you don't mess up your gloves. All right. Cheers. Mark, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Hannah Klein trying out the fried Oreos.
The only problem with Hannah is she just can't get up to the press box quick enough to give us anything.
Yeah, those people at Scott last year, they came all the way from the other side and brought us hot fudge cake. And Hannah can't climb a few stairs? Come on. All right, here's Lily looking to throw. Guns, and ball will be incomplete.
As receiver slipped down making his cut and wasn't able to come back to the ball, so it'll be a turnover on downs for the Red Dragons. And great opportunity here for the Riverside Warriors to try to get something going and not shoot themselves in the foot. They've had a couple key penalties that hurt them.
All right, Jim. Well, again, we are involved with the Dick Whitman Memorial Classic, and just a class act all the way. The late Dick Whitman, the first ever coach at Riverside, and starred as a player here at St. Albans. He was a head coach at DuPont, won a couple of state championships, and look up the word class in the dictionary. You see a picture of Dick Whitman.
Mark, what I'm always reminded about Coach Whitman is his calm demeanor. You never saw that guy. I mean, even when there were tough calls against him, he was real mannerly and courteous. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't intense and he wanted the best out of his players, but his outward emotions were always in check.
Had a chance to guide some great ones, including a gentleman who's already in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's going to be in the College Football Hall of Fame in December out in Vegas. Randy Moss. Here is Scruggs looking in the direction, and a great catch is made by Tudor. Outstanding catch by the young man for Riverside, Logan Tudor, the junior.
Mark, it's hard to describe this one because it's not like he lays all out, but he does have a lot of coverage on him. Scruggs is able to get the ball there in the area, and you see Tudor just kind of laying out and is able to haul it in. What a great catch.
26 yards. Yeah, pardon me, Jim. 26-yard catch. And here's Scruggs. Shoots it out, and boy, I tell you what, Shanklin's becoming a weapon here in this third quarter play. Well, when Scruggs was releasing the pass to Tudor, and we were talking about Randy Moss, and said, "Look, have Randy Moss right now." Hey, Tudor,
he's not doing a bad job himself. We got an injured Red Dragon down, and I believe it is Tyrell Ellis.
Maybe a cramp. We'll see.
Yeah, it's what seems like that's what they're looking and working on right now, which is good news.
2:12 to go here in the third. A 6-0 game. You look back on the season of our Friday Night Rivals game of the week. You think about the beginning, and that was the Hurricane Huntington game. And it was Huntington blocking a potential game-tying field goal, which would have sent the game to overtime, and they block the kick of Hurricane. And Billy Sills' crew, they pull out the win. Now, those two teams are going to be in the postseason, which is coming up, Hurricane and Huntington High. Hurricane in a big matchup tonight going up against GW. But right here, two teams that are not postseason bound. They got a game after this one, but playing like it's a playoff contest. Here is Scruggs again. Scruggs doing a nice job maneuvering first down yardage.
It was a great job, Mark, on the edge by the wideouts to kind of hang with their blocks. One, I'm talking about Dylan Tudor, the senior. He was out there on the edge, not holding, but kind of occupying the defensive back. You're going to see here how Scruggs rolls out to his left, and we get this engagement there also from Jace Cook. So those two key blocks were part of the reason why Scruggs was able to get that first down.
Yeah, stay focused. Don't drive distracted. First down from the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. Football at the 31-yard line. Here is Scruggs in trouble, and down he goes at the 35-yard line. They sandwich him. Good defense by the Red Dragons. Nehemiah Bass coming up there and making a stop. Our live streaming sponsor for this FNR telecast is Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law. Jan Dill's Attorneys at Law, we won't take no for an answer. So it was a loss of 4 on the play. But just when you think Riverside's on the move, Jim, this St. Albans defense clamps down. Have to be impressed with this young man, Scruggs. Here comes the pressure, and down he goes. Well, firing in there was Sean McCord, and McCord takes down the Riverside quarterback.
And McCord's he's lobbying for a non-face mask. We'll see what they call on this.
See a flag across the way. Well, it will indeed be a face mask to go against St. Albans. Another look here at the play.
He gets through there, and then you can see that he clearly grabs the face mask. Now, it's blocked. Dan Greer can't see that because he's got his, he's shielded by the backside of the quarterback of Scruggs.
So march off the penalty yards. So that will put the football at the 20-yard line, and because of the penalty, another first down presented by the West Virginia Governor's Highway Safety Program. So a big call there, Jim, for Riverside advantage-wise, and tough call against the Red Dragons. Scruggs will give it to Malachi Hope, and Hope, they were waiting on him, and Stotts. And now a flag comes out as Hope is slow to get up.
Well, what happened there? We had a great play, covering Hope up, but then after the play, there was some excessive celebration there by Deshaun Watts, and it may cost St. Albans another penalty.
Now, Deshaun Stotts, team leader in solo tackles, coming in with 47. Very savvy player, of course, son of a coach. Passionate, confident. And Derek Stotts saying, opportunity to play football at the next level. He's senior, 5'9", 185. Player down, I believe,
warrior. I don't know who it is.
I believe it's Hope. I think.
You are correct, Mark.
Marshall in action. Jones C. Edwards Stadium tomorrow against the Warhawks of ULM. Join us for Marshall football today with Charles Huff. Tomorrow morning at 9:30 on Fox 11, Marshall football today with Charles Huff, presented by the Dutch Miller Auto Group.
That'll be a big, big loss for the Warriors if Malachi Hope is not able to return in this game. He hasn't been 100% anyway the whole night, but he's really been gutting it out.
Yeah. A lot of guys would not like to be 100% and go over 100.
Yeah, just, I only got 100 or so on 10 or 11 carries.
So it is a second down play coming up here for the Warriors. A yard to go for the first. Here is the handoff, and another flag, I believe, comes out as Thomas got the call there. Malik Thomas, the senior. So it's an illegal shift that will go against the Warriors. Here's Dan Greer. The Warriors are operating in the Glenville State University red zone. Glenville State University prepares and inspires students to be thoughtful, productive, engaged, and responsible citizens who contribute to the well-being of their community, state, nation, and world. Pioneer your future.
See, Mark, these little things, that illegal shift, instead of second and very short to get another set of downs, now it's 2nd and 6.
Scruggs with pressure coming, gets it away. Flag came out as he targeted Shanklin, and the quarterback is slow to get up in Scruggs, who has been very impressive since the injury to Whitestone.
Yeah, he's really done a good job of hanging in the pocket. He knew he was going to get popped on that throw, and he stood in there and took it, and then I don't know what we have, but there was a flag on the play.
It's a sideline warning against St. Albans. Penalty yards. Riverside has been hit with the flag 15 times, and that's resulted in 107. And St. Albans, they've gathered up 117 on 12 flags. 6 seconds to go here in the third. 2nd and 6, football at the 16. Now Scruggs got roughed up there. No, check it out. New quarterback in the game here. And finding daylight and racing and scoring will be Dylan Tudor.
Tudor made that one look pretty easy, Mark.
How about quarterback central here for Riverside? First guy goes out. Second guy goes out. Tudor, the athlete, can do a little bit of everything. He takes the direct snap, and he races in. And Riverside, after being shut out back-to-back games, back in the game, and see if he can boot it through here.
Mark, that was a really nice piece of running by Dylan Tudor around the right edge, showing not only his speed and his versatility, but his vision downfield as well.
Eli Taft, Jace Cook is the holder. The kick is up, and it is good.
Taft just kind of pumped up on that one, Mark. You're going to see Dylan Tudor here take the direct snap. He just takes it kind of from the left side, rolls around to the right, and just explodes up through the middle. Nice cut back into pay dirt.
Tudor's touchdown and Taft's kick. And it's a 7-6 lead. Got a game here at Crawford Field as away we go to the fourth quarter here on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by Eyewitness Sports. The Riverside Warriors are on the board, and with an extra point, they have the advantage here against St. Albans in our Dick Whitman Memorial Classic from Crawford Field. Dylan Tudor, a 16-yard touchdown run, capping off an 8-play, 74-yard drive that took 3:27 off the clock. And our scoring summary presented by Mark A. Hunt and Associates, attorneys at law, bringing us the scoring summaries throughout this 2024 season.
Now, Mark, this is the first time that St. Albans has trailed the entire game, so that kind of checks their mental status, see if they're up to the challenge as we start this fourth quarter.
Taft, who had the go-ahead extra point with an OVP health kickoff and scooped up by an up back for the Red Dragons. That was Lakeith Carter, who takes it to the 40-yard line. OVP Health, formerly Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999. Some numbers here as we start this fourth quarter. Riverside with 15 first downs to 4 for St. Albans. Riverside 54 plays, 27 for the Red Dragons. Total yards 245 for the Warriors, 95 for the Red Dragons. Time of possession 22 minutes, 26 seconds for Riverside, 13:34 for St. Albans. Red Dragons with the ball, and now looking to regain the lead.
See if Reese Lilly can respond with a score of his own.
Reese Lilly will hand it off, and boy, they got good production out of this guy, Stotts, who will motor his way into Riverside territory, journeys to the 36-yard line. Deshaun Watts rips off the first down yardage. Our first downs here in the fourth quarter are being presented by the University of Charleston First Downs and the University of Charleston relationship, rich, career relevant. Be a part of the fastest growing institution in West Virginia. And
yeah, Deshaun Stotts, they just run that place 2 or 3 times in a row, and they just keep getting positive yardage every time they run it.
Now Stotts hammers his way. So he took it to, the 40-yard line to the 37. So a 23-yard pickup there.
Tack on another 5 or 4, actually, on that last carry by Stotts. He's going to be shouldering the heavy burden here in this fourth quarter.
Reese Lilly awaits the snap. He's got it, and he gives the football to Stotts. Well, he'll carve his way for a few there.
Now we know with Coach Stotts that this is 2-down territory regardless. So if Stotts has his helmet off, and now we have another flag, it looks like, on the play. Personal foul, face mask against the Warriors, and that is a huge penalty, Mark. We'll see that Stotts has the ball. He does a little bit of kind of dancing here. You'll see that.
It was Jacob Shanklin who was finally the one to get him to the ground. It was Isaiah Claiborne there that made the initial contact. Claiborne's the one who started at running back tonight for Riverside. All these injuries that have piled up for Heath Hupman's crew throughout this season. Now, speaking of Heath Hupman, he knows what it's all about to be a part of a championship program. He was a member of the great East Bank Pioneers, and he is walking across the field prior to state championship showdown with the Magnolia Blue Eagles at Laley Field there in Charleston, number 78. John Carpenter is there, number 82. John now back as the head coach of Capital, and the team was guided by the great Ralph Hensley, who later became a head coach at Riverside High School. And, Ralph Hensley, Dick Whitman. Dick was the leader of victories in the Kanawha Valley. Ralph was second. Steve Edwards Jr. is now. Of course, we did a game earlier this season on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week with GW in South Charleston. Steve Edwards Jr. picked up his 200th career win. He's now the all-time leader in victories. And, you know, Ralph gave Steve his start, and, you know, if Dick Whitman were still alive and when Steve surpassed Dick Whitman would have been the first to call him and congratulate him. All right, 1st and 10, Glenville State University red zone is where the Red Dragons operate, and here is Stotts banging his way and finding the opening, and Deshaun Stotts will take it in from 17 yards out and put St. Albans back in front here on FNR.
What an impressive run by Deshaun Stotts around the left edge, and he would not be denied, and he found the corner of that pylon, was able to just break the plane.
Touchdowns here on FNR, sponsored by the University of Rio Grande. There is something special about Rio. Here you'll find your place amongst friends and professors who want to see your success. And success right now for this Red Dragon team. Ava King, a soccer player, and also kicks for the football team she is on. Lily puts it down, and the kick is blocked by the Warriors. And that keeps the score at 12-7 with 10:35 to go here on this first Friday in the month of November.
Yeah, you see the handoff from Lilly there to Stotts, who are on that left edge, and which they found success all night long. And he gets on that edge, sees the pylon, and just coasts right into the end zone.
So Stotts, 17 yards out. Our scoring summary presented by Mark A. Hunt and Associates. Ava King attempted the point after. It was no good. It was a 4-play, 59-yard drive, just 8 seconds. 1:25 off the clock.
But it didn't take long for the Red Dragons to respond, Mark. 1:25 off the clock to put them back in the lead. Now the pressure back on the Warriors to see how they're going to respond here now that they're down a couple of guys. Xavier Whitestone is not able to finish this game, and then we had a backup in Scruggs. He got hurt. He's out, and now we've had shotgun work from Tudor and whoever else is going to be in that backfield.
Didn't take St. Albans long to respond, though. Duncan with the OVP Health kickoff, lifting this one into the air, and it's going to hit and going to be scooped up there by Ty Arms, the sophomore. Ty Arms taken down at the 21-yard line.
Well, let's see how the Warriors respond, Mark, and see who they bring out under center. It looks like Scruggs is coming back out, which is a good sign for them. I do not see Malachi Hope.
First and 10, football at the 20-yard line. Following that kickoff, that was presented by OVP Health, formerly Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999. So Scruggs and company back to work. He's got Thomas in the backfield with him. And Thomas will get the call, and he is stood up. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, great defense there by that interior front four of the Red Dragons.
Closed captioning.
Mark. Devon Green, Tyrell Ellis, John Long, Isaiah Muhammad.
Closed captioning for tonight's Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week is exclusively brought to you by the Masters Law Firm, helping West Virginia's personal injury victims since 1974. Scruggs launches and firing in the direction of Logan Tudor, Dylan's brother. And the ball falls incomplete. Brings up third down.
Yeah, it looked like Humphrey was just, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. There was a hold on the penalty or on the call there. So even if they would have connected, it wouldn't have, it had all been for naught.
Well, it's a wonderful evening here at Crawford Field, but we have been treated to some hot chocolate on this first day of November.
Yeah, I don't know who snuck it in, but God bless him.
Josh Bowman, his crew, handing it off. Thank you, Josh.
Appreciate it.
Concession stand across the way. That's athletic. Athletic boosters, right? Yep. Tried the popcorn at both places here tonight. All right, here is Scruggs. Firing it up, and it's going to be picked off. Making the catch is Deuce McLean, and McLean fights his way inside the 10-yard line and will go down at around the 5. Deuce McLean. And out come the flags after the play. Another flag coming out. Deuce McLean intercepts the pass.
Yeah, McLean was just playing midfield robber, Mark. He just keeping his eyes on the quarterback, seeing what Scruggs is doing, throws that ball up there, and it ends up being in double coverage, and McLean's able to pick it off, and pretty nice run back for him, put him inside the red zone clearly.
You know what Derek Stotts calls him? The eraser.
Well, he just erased that possession for sure. You'll see Scruggs, he's looking out to his left, so that gives McLean an opportunity. He said, hey, it's right here. I can just go pick it off. Not only does he pick it off, grabs it about the 33 and is able to have a pretty nice run coming back to about the 5.
Well, we have a timeout here on the field. 12-7 our score. St. Albans looking to add to its advantage here on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. Tonight's Smile Cam is brought to you exclusively by Kolaski Orthodontics, where your perfect smile begins. The St. Albans Red Dragons trying to smile a little broader here with a lead of 12-7, but threatening following a 26-yard interception by Deuce McLean.
Yeah, McLean's got his team set up to smile a little bit bigger. They can put some gap in that score. It's a one-possession game, and with that failed PAT on the part of the Red Dragons, Riverside was simply a touchdown away from taking the lead back from them. Now we have the big threat from the Red Dragons inside of the 5-yard line of the Riverside Warriors.
First and goal on the 3-yard line.
I got even money on Stotts off the left side.
Now, Stotts has been a huge contributor both sides of the ball tonight, and certainly offensively here in this second half. Reese Lilly will adjust his running back, who he will hand it off to, and Stotts. Well, he made the initial contact. He's not easy to take down.
No,
they will blow it dead. Logan Lively was there and some others, and will bring up second down.
Yeah, kind of like a loss to maybe yard and a half there from an initial. You said earlier, Mark, Stotts is really difficult to bring down. He's very strong-legged, very powerful runner.
Reese Lilly. I'm impressed with this young man tonight. He's grown. He wasn't a quarterback till the season. They've really, developed him, worked hard with him, and he's worked hard. And 5 of 12 passing in the game tonight, but he's done a good job with running the show here, managing things, and going to have a stoppage in play. Flag is out.
Well, I hate to say it, Mark, but, sometimes teams can't stand prosperity, and here's another case where it hurt the Warriors earlier, and now it's having a chance to bite the Red Dragons as well. That illegal procedure.
13 penalties, 122 yards on the Red Dragons. Riverside 18 times they've been hit with the flag, 134 yards. So it's 2nd down and 9. Football is at the 9-yard line. Lilly awaits the snap, sets up, launches, and had a man, overshoots the intended receiver, and that was Deuce McLean who had the interception.
Yeah, the ball was in the corner. It was just a little bit overthrown. Deuce was able to get a hand on it, but he wasn't able to gather it in.
3rd down and goal to go here for St. Albans.
Any way you look at it, Mark, I think Derek Stotts is thinking 2 plays. Definitely wants to have some positive yardage on this 3rd down, if not get it into the end zone.
Good ground level shot here at Crawford Field, historic venue in St. Albans. Lilly sells it, fires, and a quick slant. Touchdown, Red Dragons. McLean. That stretches the lead to a couple of scores here. Touchdowns presented by the University of Rio Grande. There is something special about Rio. Here you'll find your place amongst friends and professors who want to see your success.
Just a quick slant. Those are really difficult to defend, especially off of the edge. There's a good pattern ran there by Deuce McLean.
Red Dragons will line up to go for 2. Lilly, guns wide open. Making the catch is Sean McCord, and that makes it a 20-7 lead for St. Albans.
There you see that Lilly takes the snap there and waits long enough for Deuce to get open. He catches it and just dances right into the end zone.
Scoring summary presented by Mark A. Hunt and Associates Attorneys at Law. 3 plays, 3 yards, 1:10 off the clock. Lilly gets it into the hands of McLean, who came up with the big defensive play.
Well, not necessarily a lot of yardage to go, Mark. They had 1st and goal to 3. Did take him 3 plays to get in. However, it does stretch the Red Dragon lead to 13 here, almost at the halfway mark of the 4th quarter.
Time for an OVP Health Kickoff. Formerly Ohio Valley Physicians, in business since 1999. Duncan puts his foot into it, and Riverside will haul it in and will have good field position as gathering it in there for the Warriors was Colton Kiefer. And see Derek Stotts there during his playing days at nearby West Virginia State University, where he was the Defensive Player of the Year in the old West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, 2005.
Mark, it's funny you show pictures that are in the past, and I hate to say it, but it looks like the players are like men. I don't know if it's the shoulder pads or the uniforms or whatever, but they look significantly older than what we see here in the shots today.
All right, so now Riverside going to try to get something going. They got Dylan Tudor there taking the direct snap. Flags are coming out here. And Jim, for St. Albans, as Coach Stotts tries to build this program, we'll get the call here. I think it's going to be a hold here by Dan Greer. There we go. You know, it was 2007. Derek Christian, one of the all-time greats here at St. Albans, head coach for this St. Albans program, his alma mater, and a legal shift will be declined. They'll take the hold. And he gets St. Albans to the state championship game where they had not been since he was a player in 1979 against Bridgeport at Laley Field. And they play the Parkersburg Big Reds. Lost a close game to Bernie Buttry's team, and boy, you think, it's going to happen, and it just didn't. And there's been coaching changes here. St. Albans has not played a playoff game since that championship game in 2007. Now, Riverside last in the playoffs in 2019. So that's the mission for Coach Stotts, the mission for Coach Huffman, and it will happen. These are programs that they've got some history. They know what it takes, and things are a bit different now, and you hang on to the young men you have who want to battle for your schools. And Tudor fires over, and a nice catch made, brother to brother, but hauling it in.
Not the longest reception ever. Got about a yard out of it, perhaps, maybe a half. But I think they know each other. They're usually on the same rhythm, from Tudor to Tudor.
So 2nd down and 19. That's following the penalty. Readjust the position where the ball is going to be placed down here. St. Albans had the lead for quite a while in this game, and Riverside finally took over, made it 7-6, but then St. Albans has since answered with 2 touchdowns here in the 4th. While we're here, another flag, and that's going to go against St. Albans.
Defensive encroachment. They were lined up in the neutral zone.
You can't be in St. Albans, though, and not salute the town's great mayor, Scott James.
Yep. He's been around.
One of our favorites. All right, 2nd down here for Riverside. Going to work quickly here now. Down 2 scores. Tudor looking. Tudor maneuvering. Takes off with it. Still wanting to find additional yardage, and he does.
Well, not only does he have additional yardage, Mark, there's a flag on the play, and it perhaps, the only thing I could see, there were 3 tacklers and 1 ball carrier. So the only thing I could think about that would be a horse collar or a face mask.
And Dylan Tudor going to do all he can do here for his club.
It is a Dan Greer did signal face mask against St. Albans, which will push that ball into Red Dragon territory. They're on the march, Mark. 20-7, down 2 scores, 7:47. They still got a timeout left. There's plenty of time left in this game.
And take advantage of opportunities like this now. So that will take the football just inside the 35-yard line. So here go the Warriors now. Set up and ready to go. And Tudor. And he sheds 1 tackler. Tudor, he stood up there right around the original line of scrimmage. Will shove him back a bit. See where they mark him down. Good job there by the Red Dragons.
Yeah, he did a really nice job, Mark, of not losing extra yardage there and almost getting back to the line of scrimmage.
So it will officially be 2nd and 11. Riverside next week will be at Cabell Midland. And here's Tudor in trouble, and Tudor will go down. Good job by the Red Dragons. Coming on is Bass, and also there John Long.
Yeah, they put a lot of pressure on him. They were able to corral him in.
Tudor takes the snap, looks, guns, and across the middle. Boy, beautiful effort by Shanklin. And a great job defensively as well there by McLean. A nice hit, and boy, and Shanklin, he, just laid out the body there to try to make that great catch. Tudor 1 out of 2 officially passing. St. Albans will be at home next week to close out the season against Spring Valley. th accepted penalty against Riverside in this game. 149 yards of penalty yardage here. 4th down, 24. Tudor sets up and lets it fly and nearly picked, and also a chance for Cook to maybe, just maybe, bring it in, but could not do so, and St. Albans going to take another look here, Jim.
Yeah, you see Tudor, he throws it down there deep. Jace Cook is there, kind of, a little bit distracted. That would have been a miracle catch.
All right, let's head down to Hannah Klein. Take it away, Hannah.
Guys, so I'm here with Chloe. Chloe's a sophomore here at St. Albans High School. Now, Chloe, you're part of the color guard. Tell me a little bit, what exactly is the color guard?
Well, we twirl flags, and we also do things like rifles and multiple other kinds of equipment that we use. And our main purpose is to just give visuals for our marching band.
And what do you wish that people knew about color guard?
Just that it's really fun. It's a different type of marching band. You don't have to know how to play music or anything. Anyone can come and join. It's really fun.
Awesome. So I want to see, go ahead, show off for me. I want to see your best roll. Go ahead. I'll step aside. Oh, all right, my turn. All right, I need your help here. Go ahead. All right. Okay, here she goes. Embarrass myself, Mark. I'll just go ahead and send it back.
All right, thanks, Hannah. Well, who's having more fun down there, Hannah or Dan Carney? I heard Dan just. All right, 2nd down and 14. Oh, you got to love Friday nights, right? We love it. Our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports. And now, Jim, if you are St. Albans, going to try to grind some clock here now. You got the lead. James Lowe gets the call for a second straight play. Reese Lilly will come over and get the play from his offensive coordinator, Jesse Silvestri.
Well, they should take full advantage of the play clock, although the play clock, we're not able to read it. They'll be doing it from the sideline, so they'll maximize as much time as they can off the clock, because that's, of course, going to be their friend as we finish stretching this game.
In Riverside next week journeys to Cabell Midlands. Spring Valley will be here at St. Albans to close out the 2024 season. 11 weeks, just like that, going to be in the books. It goes down.
Well, the Warriors actually had the ball, had stripped it from Lilly, but I think forward progress, the whistle blown for forward progress, and once again another flag on the play. They're lobbying for that. Heath Huffman's lobbying for that. Which was a smart move from Heath Huffman to decline that penalty mark. That way they should be able to get the ball back, unless, of course, St. Albans goes for it and is able to somehow miraculously get a first down on 4th and what appears to be about 20.
So the ball is spotted at the 40-yard line. Officially 4th and 19. And they are going to kick it away here. Deuce McLean is the punter. He's had some line drives tonight, Jim, but then they've got nice rolls. And now he's going to keep it. And Riverside, they were able to sniff it out. Isaiah Claiborne comes up and makes the good play there. So Riverside's going to get good field position here now with 4:01 to go in the game.
And Mark wasn't sure whether that was a check call or not. Maybe he saw the seam, thought he could get the first down, but nonetheless going to be great field advantage. A short field for the Riverside Warriors. If they can punch one in, 4:01 on the clock. They're very much in this game if they can put something up on the scoreboard.
Tudor is the QB. And Thomas lined up in the backfield. Tudor just wants to take off with it, and he'll get keeps going. Tudor not down yet into the Glenville State University red zone at the 19-yard line. But there is a flag down. A killer there. Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the homeschool for hosting Friday night rivals. They are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs.
It's been the theme all evening against Riverside. Every time they have a nice play like that, now we have another flag. I guess somebody else must have said something to add insult to injury. We'll see how this one works its way out, Mark.
Again, you had the good special teams play that got you the football at the 40. Now that's going to go against the Red Dragons. Boy, if you're Derek Stotts, you're just saying, boy, settle down and can melt that clock away. If you can get a stop here, get the ball back, so don't give them additional yardage like that. But nevertheless, it's going to be a first down and 5 situation, a timeout. And I'm sure that's what Coach Stott's going to talk about, just like, hey.
Yeah, let's settle down, guys. We don't need to be giving them.
We mentioned it earlier as we get set to present the winner of this matchup, the Dick Whitman Memorial Classic Showdown. And as we do each week on our Parmar Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week presented by Eyewitness Sports, we hand out the Champions of the Game trophy from the great folks at Tri-State Trophy in Barbersville. Tri-State Trophy also providing us with the plaques presented to our Downtown Ford Scholar Athletes of the Week. Your team captures a World Series trophy. Tell us about your experience watching your beloved Dodgers play at Yankee Stadium against the Yankees, who your son, JJ, adores.
Well, some veiled enthusiasm. Of course, I'm wearing my Dodger gear, but it's hidden by my jacket. My son in his full New York Yankee regalia, But tough game for the Yankees, great game for the Dodgers, but it was a wonderful, wonderful experience.
No doubt about it. Freddie Freeman, what a series he had for the Dodgers as Tudor gets the call there. So penalty-wise, Riverside, prior to that play, 21 flags, 159. St. Albans, 16 flags, 157. So they're almost dead even in the yardage total for penalties. So Riverside with the ball here. And again, no panic mode, but 3:21 showing on the clock as it turns. And the Warriors try to get into the end zone for a second time in this game. They trail by 2 scores. Tudor sets up, looking. And that one is intercepted. A juggling catch made at the 5-yard line, and I believe it was Ashton Hamilton who hauls it in.
Yeah, Hamilton, kind of like you said, Mark, he kind of juggled it a little bit and then was able to secure the ball before he hit the ground. Here's the throw here by Tudor. He just kind of puts a little bit too much loft underneath that ball. And you see Hamilton's in great position, able to get up there and get that one. There's a little bit of a juggle. Look at that concentration. all the way to the ground.
So the Red Dragons have the football. Put it down right at the 5. Reese Lilly takes the snap and hands it to Stotts, who will gain about a yard. And we, again, are always delighted when we can do the Dick Whitman game. And a personal foul penalty here against Riverside. Dick Whitman retire with 181 victories, state championships in 92 and 93. Football at the 21-yard line. Ball is loose, and Lilly could not handle it. Stotts falls on it.
The clock is certainly an enemy for the Warriors. 2:32 on a rolling clock. With 2 possessions down and only 1 timeout left for the Warriors.
Stats are sponsored by the Jacobs Law Firm. Attorney Pat Jacobs has over 40 years of experience successfully representing injured and disabled clients throughout the state of West Virginia. Football at the 18 now. It's 2nd and 14, and Derek Stotts wants a timeout. Saturday Sports Showcase coming up tomorrow, 11:30 on WCHS. It's ready for a college football Saturday. Talk high school football. Mountain East Conference State Cross Country meet is unfolding tomorrow in Ona. We'll hear from the great Chris Parsons. And, of course, we're also into postseason play for soccer. State soccer tournament is next week in Beckley. Volleyball regionals are underway. This is a very busy time for sports. And, of course, one more week of the regular season in West Virginia. And then, we always said the road to Wheeling for many, many years, 30 years. And then now it's, we're going to kind of the countdown to Charleston to see who can make it to University of Charleston Stadium at Laidley Field, where 4 state championships will be played there in early December.
Mark, and I'll make a bold projection that I think that the audience, I think the people that'll come will just become just for general interest. There'll be people in the outlying areas that'll drive down to Laidley Field because it's not a tough drive. There's a lot of places to be and places to eat at and places to stay at. So, it's a great venue. It's a great opportunity for Charleston.
2 minutes exactly to play in this football game. Reese Lilly takes the snap. Stotts takes the handoff. Shanklin and company take him down. And Dick Whitman's son, Rick, is longtime baseball coach, athletic director here at St. Albans High School, and he's brought baseball championship success to this school. And it was interesting when Rick was a good quarterback, played football here for St. Albans, and it was tough because Dad was coaching at DuPont.
Yeah, that makes it a little more difficult.
Lilly sets up, shoots it out. Catch is made by Maxwell, who had our first touchdown of the game. And he'll be taken down there at the 25-yard line. The stop was applied by John Battle, the sophomore. A lot of young players on both sides of the football here, both sides of the field. And as both coaches have alluded, just, you recruit your guys and you recruit your school and you try to keep them here and build. Friday Night Football Extra, sponsored by the Thornhill Auto Group, coming up at 11:10 on WCHS. Join Kenny Bass and me for coverage from around the region. I'm going to have a personal foul penalty here against Riverside with 1:01 remaining in the game.
Well, Mark, that's been the mantra pretty much the whole evening from both teams. I mean, when you have basically about 40 penalties in a 4-quarter game, you're having about 10 penalties per quarter, which ends up being about a penalty about every minute.
39 accepted penalties combined here in this game. 346 yards. Lily will take a knee. And that is going to do it. Well, these teams battled, and it's an emotional game, but they'll gather here, and they'll meet up, shake hands. But on this night in the Dick Whitman Memorial Classic, to honor the great coach of Riverside, who starred as an athlete here at St. Albans, and when these two get together, they place that wonderful late gentleman's name on this contest, and it was a good one, 20-7, and it is the St. Albans Red Dragons picking up win number 3 of the season. Each team with one game remaining at Riverside has enjoyed victory just once. They'll try to finish it out on a strong note next week. All right, we will come back, bring you our post-game coverage right now. We take you around the country for some great scenes of our Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Isaiah Hopewell to do the kick, but they fake it. They're going to have something good happen here. They throw it and complete it. Down the sidelines. No flags. Touchdown, Judson Rockets.
Holy cow, look at the Judson sideline. They are going nuts. Don, I'm watching this play going. I'm going, come on, H.
He sprinted down in the first one. Now the second one.
Onside kick. And it goes right to Riverside. Harry Armstrong throwing out all the stops.
Yeah, the pass rush has generally been 3. Deep ball looking for Stewart, and Stewart brings it home inside the 40-yard line. That's good for 40.
Stewart will be a star at the college level and beyond.
Shoulder lift. Ostov, 230 pounds. Watch this right in here. Boom.
Going for 2. 2 unbeaten records on the line. Throws left side. It's caught. It's caught, and Ravenwood wins. And Ravenwood is 9-0.
It's time now for our Big Sandy Superstore play of the game. The St. Albans Red Dragons and the Riverside Warriors, and it is St. Albans coming away with a victory of 20-7. And our Big Sandy Superstore play of the game, and it's a 48-yard touchdown pass. Reese Lilly finding Malcolm Maxwell. That got the Red Dragons on the board. They didn't get the extra point. They led it 6-0, and they held on to that until the end of the third quarter. Riverside took the lead, but St. Albans was able to manage to get 2 more touchdowns on the board, and they come away with the win here tonight by a final of 20-7. Our Hannah Klein is down on the field with the winning Red Dragons as we present our Champions of the Game trophy. Take it away, Hannah.
Well, Coach, this is your 3rd win of the season. What does it mean to truly have this win right here at home?
Being in front of these fans, this community, the most amazing administration I could ever ask for, and these guys that'll run through a wall for me if I asked them to. It couldn't happen at a better place. Crawford Field is the most amazing field in the state, and I play here every day. I love it.
And for you, this is your first year with the team. What does it mean to be a part of this program, and what have you seen with these guys from the first game to now?
I've seen a bunch of kids that have absolutely no quit. I've seen a bunch of kids that have been through the worst of anybody can ever imagine playing this game, and yet they still stand tall every single day, every single game, and they have the utmost perseverance and resilience you'll ever see by a group of athletes ever.
You guys are heading to Spring Valley next week. I wanted to first congratulate you, FNR Champions of the Week. Coach, congratulations. And I want to hear from you guys. Congratulations.
All right, Hannah, thank you so much.
Wow.
And our congrats to the Red Dragons. And Deshaun Stotts led them in rushing. The coach's son, 88 yards on the ground. Lilly, 76 yards passing. And just a great victory for St. Albans. They are now 3-6. Game remaining here. Next week they'll take on Spring Valley. Meanwhile, Cabell Midland will entertain the Riverside Warriors, who are now 1-8 on the season. Well, Jim, you came back from surgery to be with us here on Friday Night Rivals, and a nice way to end it here.
Oh, it is. And, Coach Stotts, what he's talking about was building. This is exactly how you build your program and get your kids out and keep them engaged in a sport that they can draw closer together and have that camaraderie and that teamship. That's what it's all about.
And again, our Big Sandy Superstore play of the game. Big Sandy Superstore donates $500 to the homeschool for hosting Friday Night Rivals. They are the one-stop shop for all of your home furnishings and appliance needs. And certainly many thanks to the great folks at Hurricane, Ravenswood, Capital, South Charleston, Cabell Midland, Nitro.